Hello everyone. After that first film review, I heard a lot of y'all say, we want another one. And so I jumped on the opening weekend bandwagon of the Avengers, and it is a fun movie, especially for a guy who followed some of these comic book characters as a kid. Lots of edge of your seat action, which makes for a great ride. But there's also some respectable character development, which highlighted the need to get over our pride, to get over all our baggage in order to be able to accomplish the good. So these superheroes apparently also come with these super egos, and that almost causes them to blow it, which sadly is all too common in our real world of ours. But the clash of egos does give rise to the occasion of seeing fun sparring between these good spirits superheroes. Like Thor versus Iron Man, for example, if you ever wondered what that was like. The good thing for the Avengers is that they quickly learn from their mistakes, and that they learn they have to rely on one another in order to survive. There are some well-placed, witty one-liners that added some nice humor to the film. The movie also had some top-level treatment of a couple of weighty ethical questions, like the purpose of power and talents. The talents given us, the morality of war, especially the use of WMDs, and questions like the need to use our diverse gifts to serve and edify rather than tear one another down due to our insecurities, which apparently even these macho superheroes have. Since this is a review from me, a priest, I'll conclude with one of my favorite parts, and that has a spiritual lesson to be had behind it. The main villain, Loki, is from another world called Asgard, just like his brother Thor. And he thinks human beings are totally beneath him and inferior beings that should be treated like dirt. Interestingly, that was part of Satan's downfall, right? So Loki wants to conquer Earth and enslave humanity. A desire stemming from his jealousy of Thor, the limelight that his brother Thor always received growing up. So to have his day in the sun, he decides he wants to make billions of people from another planet miserable, all in order to soothe his existential pain. So anyway, back to that favorite part. In Loki's first power trip over these Earthlings, he causes havoc and fear amidst this crowd of maybe a couple hundred people in Germany. And Loki then threateningly commands this large crowd to kneel before him. And everyone does, and he gives this short, condescending address about how this was what humans were made for and how our supposed freedom is a facade. And so he says, in the end, you will always kneel. In the end, you will always kneel. And so in the brief silence that precedes, this one old man among hundreds is the only one who has the boldness and the courage to stand up, and he says something to the effect of, not to people like you. I won't tell you what happens next, you'll just have to find out for yourself. Anyway, both this evil villain Loki and the brave old man said something true. We were made to kneel. What happens when a guy, for example, discovers the love of his life, right? He freely kneels before his beloved to ask for her love in return. And so we were made to kneel, but never to tyranny, only to love. So in the end, we will kneel before love itself, for it is indeed that for which we were made. And should we, in our pride, not realize that freedom is given to us for this end of love, then we will suffer in the hell that is the island of our own solitary existence. So if action is your thing, The Avengers is definitely worth watching on the big screen. Have fun.